What's going on?
Nothing much. Nothing much. What's going on with you?
Nothing much. Just this show.
I know. I know. Welcome everyone to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please give us a thumbs up because we asked you to. Today we are we are talking about 90 Day Fiancé season 8, episode 11. Three's a party.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Um you like going through couple by couple. So
Yeah.
let's start with Tariq and Hazel since they only
Why?
had one segment.
I just you know the funny thing is I always forget they're on the show until they pop up on the screen.
Yeah, I don't think they have much. I think there wasn't much to begin with.
True.
I'm not sure why they came back. I think it was probably, here's what we could do for you, Tariq, because Dean screwed you over with pillow talk. Was this worthy of being on this season? No.
I think for me, what it is with them, like your whole storyline is like her wanting a girlfriend. That's not enough to keep me entertained. Because the thing is, if I wanted to see things like this, we can just watch Bravo.
Yeah.
So
My problem with it is that the only established rule that they have is that it can't be done around their daughter.
hmm
I think that they want two different things. I think he's open to a threesome and she wants a girlfriend for herself.
exactly, that's exactly where I'm at with them. And I don't know why
Mm,
he's not understand. I don't understand why he's not understanding that. But okay.
yeah. But okay. All right. So we could bypass them. That was
Yeah,
basically it.
that's basically it.
Oh, and this didn't mean anything bad. I was just meaning that their gears weren't meshing. I'm sorry. I just saw that on the replay and it looked god awful. So I do apologize. Why didn't you say something, Jamal?
I know
Okay.
what you meant though. That's why. Because basically what you're saying, they're gonna bump into each other. It's not gonna work
Yeah, like they're
versus
not
coming
on the same
together.
page. Oh God. Well, how come we could see that and they can't?
Probably because they're on the show.
Oh, okay.
Hi
Who you want to
Susan.
talk
Hi
about
Yachty.
next?
Welcome back.
Hey. Okay, so who you want to talk about next?
Let's get Mike and Allie out the way.
Okay, the next set of forgettables. Okay.
They were just with them. It's just like give it up. I mean, Natalie. It's weird because Natalie is trying to force this on him, and he's resistant. He's telling her how she's behaving. She's making no acknowledgments at all. Everything is Mike's fault. And the simple fact that she's trying to keep accusing him of cheating, I'm like, well, do you have any solid proof, like video,
Mhm.
photo, like? So he was, this woman was his very, very good friend. I'm like, he met you through his best friend. So he went to a wedding in Ukraine apparently, and he and this good friend of his stayed together. So all of a sudden she's jealous. It went from him staying with his good friend to cheating, and she's saying he lied about it. I'm like, well, you're not explaining to me exactly how he lied and how he cheated. I'm still not understanding her.
I think she's really like stretching it here. I don't see what the issue is because the girl that is in question is one of his best friends.
Mm-hmm.
She was the one getting married. She is married now. They don't care about it. It's obvious because nothing happened. They just spent her pre-wedding night together. If her husband doesn't have a problem with it,
Mm-hmm.
why are you?
And then my thing is, she keeps saying, well, my ex-husband, da, 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 my ex-husband. If I had been mine, I'm like, let me find your ex-husband.
But she got two ex-husbands. So which ex-husband he reminds her of?
I'm gonna find both of them. Take it back. I'll pay for the flight. I'm good. But I will say this though, she did have a point when she said, if you were basically if you were unsure, why even bring me over here?
I
And I
agree
agree.
with
I
that.
agree with her.
Yep. Because you can't be working out your issues in the 90-day period. You're
No,
supposed to be free and clear and like buying like a $99 dress, wedding dress from David Bridals. That's what you should be doing in your 90 days.
right.
I think they have the wrong idea of what the 90 days is for. It's not to figure out whether you're supposed to be together. It's to like
Agreed.
plan a wedding.
Literally, the plan wedding. That's all you really have time for in 90 days.
And you can plan a wedding in 90 days.
Yeah.
You can do
Oh,
that.
yeah. You can
But
do it
you can't
easily.
find a relationship in 90 days.
And we said this like way, like probably episode 1, like their last conversation before she came over on the phone, the television or however they did it, Skype, whoever.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was mad at you then.
Yes.
He was
Yes.
unsure then. So he was unsure before he brought you over. So I 100% agree with her on that point.
But just
She,
because he brought her over doesn't mean that you had to come. You knew something was wrong.
yes, yes, because I think she even said like, "You are you sure? Are you sure you want me to come over because you still
Mhm.
seem mad at me?" I'm like, I mean, you saw
And
this,
he
man.
never really answered her. And not answering somebody speaks volumes.
Oh yeah, silence speaks loudly.
Mhm. Oh my god. Okay, so did they do anything? Do you notice that she has these looks like a little Chucky doll? Is he safe with her in that house together by themselves? Like she could bury him in the woods, as she likes to call it, and nobody will know.
I think, it's just the problem is this. And this is from my perspective. She refuses to acknowledge any of her wrongdoings. He is frustrated with her because of the whole ring situation and the fact that she takes no accountability. So those two things together, you're gonna have issues, and they just don't communicate until she takes responsibility for what she's done wrong. It's not gonna happen.
Okay.
And I think
And I agree
I
with
will
you.
say this, and I will say this though: if there were a way to bring her mother over,
Mhm.
I don't think they would have these issues. I think the mother understands them both, and I think the mother could get through to Natalie because she likes Mike. She really, really likes Mike. So I think she could get through to her daughter, but it would have to be in person.
I think that's asking a lot of Mike to have
Mm-hmm. It
her
is.
mom over there too. And I see where you're coming from with that. Um, with regards to, oh my God, Yanni, did I
Mm-hmm.
say it right? Yeah. Okay, so this comment, um, 90 days is not enough time to see if you can continue a relationship in person. In my opinion, you should already know that. You should not be making 2 trips or 1 trip and video calls to make a relationship. That's not a relationship. You need to be going over back and forth both ways for years. It's just an extended version of an like if you lived in the same city. But I think that these relationships are flawed because one party has visited the other country for 10 days and think that they have a committed relationship because they back it up with a lot of WhatsApp video calls. That is not a relationship, and you can't confirm that it is a relationship or continue the relationship once you get there in person in 90 days. Again, that is flawed. None of us do that. None of us. Some of us are in person relationships for years before we figure out that this dude or this girl is a piece of trash. I just think that all of these couples thinking that they have 90 days to see if this works is dumb. DUM, dumb. Yes, I know I spelled it wrong, but that's how dumb I think it is. You
Okay.
need to know you are in a real relationship first before you commit money to this whole K1 process. Maybe because I'm cheap. Maybe I'm cheap.
And Alexis, the bomb will be a temporary fix. Yes, let me explain it better. My apologies. What I mean is bring the mom over so she could talk to Natalie face to face. Because I think she would make Natalie understand, like, hey, you are a big part of this problem too. It's not just Mike. So yeah, I think the mom would just basically be over here as a therapist.
Yay, we on the same page. I just don't think these people are in viable relationships. That's all. I think they're just doing it to be on a TV show and get
Oh, I
to go on
agree.
a 90-day vacation.
I think here's the thing. I think Natalie and Mike are viable, but she's selfish and self-centered, which is hindering the relationship. That's all it really is.
I want to know, when did he get divorced? Is she
Hmm?
a rebound?
I don't know.
He could do better.
Yeah,
He could do
I could.
better.
I think when people get together, I take the hopeful approach to things
I
because
don't.
I'm the person that will do everything and exhaust every possibility. Because when I turn my back on you, I turn my back. It's yeah, I'm that person. I'm the person who just try to make everything work. Talk about where I went wrong, if I did anything wrong, try to explain to them where I thought they did wrong, explain my point of view. I don't like turning my back on people, but
Mhm.
when I do turn my back on you, it's done. It's over. The door is locked. So I take the more hopeful approach when it comes to relationships.
Okay. I agree here. I think he's doing it for
mm,
TV because, and
oh,
here's why. He admitted that he was in financial trouble.
but he's a different gate though.
Yes, and that's why
Mm-hmm.
I have been on the, like, you're on the positive side, I'm on the negative side with him. He has a reason to stay invested in this process because he's getting 2 seasons worth of checks. He said he was $30,000 in the hole. If he did 12 episodes last season and then 12 episodes this season, that's $24,000 before taxes. Let's just say if he clears 18 or 19 grand out of this, that goes towards the 30,000.
I can go with that. I can
Yeah.
go with that. I'm not mad at that theory at all. I mean, it makes sense when you put it in those terms. He's
Yeah.
doing what he has to do.
Mhm.
Um, who's next?
Okay, so we're done with them. Do you want to do Rebecca and Zied?
Sure.
Yeah, let's get all the forgettables out of the way. Um, they're going to meet her son Brandon and this is his wife or girlfriend? Well, his family. I don't know. I don't know who the girl was. And she is still salty over the girl offering to help Ziad move while Rebecca's at work. Did she say that though? That she could only
No,
come? Yeah, I remember
Rebecca
that.
heard that.
Was that part of the conversation we weren't privy to?
No,
Or
because
did she build it up in her head?
she built it up in her head. Because remember, the first thing she said was, I was the oldest person at the table. I'm like, well, yeah, you are, but
Mhm.
you knew that going in, so you were just intimidated because this young girl was like, she was cute, and she was asking a lot of questions because she had never
Mhm.
met someone from his country.
Right.
So you took it like, oh, she's trying to get at my man, like that. She was there with her boyfriend. I thought. I could have swore she was there with her boyfriend, but anyway,
Yeah,
she was
I thought
being
that other
helpful.
guy next to Ziad was her boyfriend. And
She was
she
just being
didn't.
helpful and friendly.
Yes. You getting a free truck. Because how many weeks have I said, go down to U-Haul and rent a truck? You will get a free truck.
And she said,
And
and my thing is this. Sorry to interrupt, but
no, no.
ma'am, this is your daughter's friend. So have you guys not met before? Do you not know who this is? Because yeah, her whole demeanor was strange, and then they're driving in the car, and she's like, man, like she was just paying attention to you, and yada yada yada. I'm like, oh, ma'am,
Oh, wait.
hold
What is
on.
Coach Lacream saying? Rumor mill is starting to say he got a girlfriend when he came back from the Ukraine, and when she came over, he had to dump the girlfriend. It was a
Ooh,
little salty. Do you,
ooh,
do you think it was? No, it couldn't have been the hairdresser. Oh my God, Coach! I love that
oh
name, Coach.
wow,
Then that would kind of make
makes sense. Now you're gonna have to make me do some digging. Now I gotta
sense.
dig that
Mike, I didn't think he had it in him.
because he's real salty towards her.
Wow. Oh well. Yes, Coach, we live again. We're off punishment. So we can talk. Please tune in at the top of the hour. We're doing a live open panel on all things TLC trash. Oh my God.
Hold
Okay,
on,
so
keep going, keep going. I'm gonna look up Pooch's source. 'Cause this
you're
is
so
hilarious.
messy. Okay, so wait. What else happened with the okay, so her son seems like the polar opposite of her daughter, Brandon. Like he thinks Zied's an okay guy and you know, he just has a big heart.
Yeah, he's just
Eh,
so cool and so open. I'm like, I like this. He's just cool. And he's a
yeah.
grandfather. And he has like, I'm okay being a grandfather. I'm like, oh,
What did they call him?
Papa.
Papa Zied? I
Yeah,
thought that was cute. But how did he get played by that little boy playing football?
because he's
Sorry,
not in
soccer.
shape. He's not in
No,
shape.
but did she say that that's all he does over where he from is play soccer?
That's what they did. That's what they did all day. Yep.
Oh God. Okay.
I have a
So
question for
yeah.
you though. So Rebecca keeps bringing up her age
Mhm.
all of the time.
Mhm.
Now this time she brought up the fact that Ziad is young.
Mhm.
She can't. She's done having children. This and that. And she brings it to him again, and he says he's okay with it.
For now.
If you For now, correct. So, what are your thoughts on that? Because I guess I'm not a person who will bring things up. I'm more of a person who crosses the bridge when he gets to it. Because I kind of feel that she's her insecurities may cause issues down the road.
They will. But here's the thing. Something like babies to a man from his cultural background, she's gonna have to bring that up because he's the only boy in his family.
Mm,
So his parents are expecting children from him.
fair.
Um, and for him to be getting married to an older woman who is unable because of her medical history to have children, it's a big deal. And when he said for now, that would be the flag up for me on that play because
Mhm.
what you mean for now?
Right.
And is he Muslim?
I believe he is.
Okay, she could be running into the same territory that our poor little dear Angela and Michael are,
Mm,
He's I know he's happy right now because he doesn't want to have the responsibility of children. But
mhm.
what if the ancestral call, or better yet, his mama get on that phone? Ziad, I want grandkids. I want grandkids. He
So,
gonna have to find him somebody else. Maybe that little blonde girl would do one for him.
right. Okay, that leads me to this question. Do you think this relationship is just purely from the camera? Okay, let me two questions. A, is this relationship purely for the cameras? And or B, do we think Zied is only going to be around as long as they're on the show and then he's going to dump her?
Hmm. I think they actually like each other.
Okay.
I think a little relationship was formed over the video chats with her filters on. He thought that she was gorgeous, and a little bit younger than what she actually was.
Mm-hmm.
But then she came over there, he saw the real Rebecca and realized that she is a nice lady.
Mm-hmm.
I think there is the basis for a real relationship there.
Okay.
However, I think there needs to be more honesty on both sides
Okay.
because this will come up. Her
I can agree to
insecurities
that.
will ruin it, and him ultimately longing for children, I think that will come up as well.
I agree. I just want to know because it's a lot of ways this could go. So the crux being the not the catfish the children thing. I will say this. I mean, I really wouldn't call it catfishing. I prefer to look at it is as her filter game is like super strong. Her filter and Facetune game is top of the line. You can't get better than that.
Oh my god.
And she hit that, and she had the because she had the ring light up, Facetune, and Photoshop, and filter was turned up to like 10, and she had the ring light up top, so she good.
I don't know. She had that professional ring light. Like it was uber big. That's the one that the makeup artists use. Like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think that was it with them. Oh, you know what I didn't like? The way how she ended off her segment saying, even if he changes his mind regarding kids, he's not going to divorce her no matter what. That
Right.
wasn't the right thing to say. You
No.
should have said, even if you eventually do want kids, we can look into alternate things like surrogacy
Yes.
or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I don't think she should have laid down that gauntlet by saying, we ain't getting divorced no matter what.
Right.
No.
Because she knows what's going to happen is that down the road when they're ready to have children, they're going to do the IVF. They're probably going to find a doctor like they did for Larissa to do it for free. For promotion. Yeah, we know.
Ooh. Cooch, that sounds good. Chicken parm casserole? Oh, sorry, I'm hungry. Why am I always hungry on these shows? My goodness. Okay, so we're done with those three losers. Let's go through. Who do we want next?
Let's do. Who else is on this episode besides Stephanie
Brandon and
and
Julia, Stephanie and Ryan, Yara and Jovi.
the heavy hitters? Let's do Yara and
What?
Jovi.
You mix that, you combine their name?
I'll come by the name.
I like that. Okay.
That's a new couple. Let's talk about Yabi.
Yari. I'm
Yabi.
like, who? Okay. These two arguing, it just cracks me up. And I love it. She's like, you bitch.
But it's just hilarious that she's like, I don't feel good. I'm nauseous. But she has the strength to argue with him and give him the business at every point. At every point. She doesn't miss a beat.
Oh my God.
And then
And yes,
go
we
ahead.
did see her little belly pooch. Was she
I
pregnant before she got to New Orleans? Didn't she have
probably.
this baby in September? When did she get to New Orleans?
We're not gonna
February?
talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna
Oh,
talk
okay.
about how how she got to meet some of the family and how, they were so receptive to her and they seemed
Mhm.
welcoming. But it was funny when they sat down with the parents to know that she was pregnant. I was not expecting their reaction. Like the
See,
mom was like
the
super
mom
happy.
was
I was like,
excited, and the dad, I don't think there was enough reaction there for me to think it was positive.
right, yeah, he wasn't. But see, he's been away, so to me his reaction is neither here nor there. For me, it was more of his mom's reaction. I was like, oh, mom, are
Mhm.
you okay? You
Yeah,
good? Okay.
because it was like 2 episodes ago, mom and auntie was there accusing her
The
of
stealing.
yeah, and then last week, all Ukrainians wanna get to the United States, so it was a swift turnaround. I don't know.
Right. But overall, I was happy for them. happy for the family. This episode to me was just Yara cussing out Jovi every chance she got. So they really didn't give me much, but what they gave me was hilarious. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Their segments are very entertaining. Um, that dance, it bless his mom's heart. She did have the little wedding that she wanted to throw with that engagement party. It was super cute. They had basically as much family as they could allow
Mhm.
there. Um,
Right.
you know, they had the little cake, they did the first dance, and of course that let segue into an argument. I loved it. She didn't want him touching her butt, you bitch. And then you see his mom going, oh my God, they're really in love. It was priceless. It was priceless. I don't know. What are you going to do with this couple except love it? But is she still here or is she back in Europe?
I would think she's still here.
Word in the curb is that she went back to Europe with the baby.
Oh, so
Mm.
for me, I try not to look at too many like articles things that are ahead of time because I want to make sure I watch the shows as the show is coming out so I can give an
Mhm.
honest opinion. So that's why I avoid a lot of the Married at First Sight Australia articles. I know we're
Mhm.
behind, so like I can't look at it because I wouldn't be able to talk about the episode as I see it versus like stuff I know. But if things come to us, that's great.
Oh my God. Okay. Wait. This one. Hey, Farmata. We are doing a panel show at the top of the hour. So yes, we are back live. Yay. And we're going to do a panel show. So if anybody wants to call in, please call in then. We're just doing a sloppy review of 90 Day right now. Okay. So anything else regarding, yeah, what did you call them?
Yavi.
Yavi? Yeah. Anything else?
No, this is their segment. Like I said, their segments were pretty much her cussing him out and them sitting down telling the parents that they were pregnant. So they were a highlight for me.
Yeah.
That was it though.
All right. So who's next? Brandon, Julia, Stephanie, Ryan.
Brandon and Julia.
Okay. We start off seeing them driving in the car, and he points out, I guess, an emergency care saying, look, medical care, as if she doesn't have that in Russia. And then she wants to throw up on him, and they think that she's pregnant.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. I'm like, for me, this dragged out for no reason. Y'all really could have just went to the local CVS, bought the test, and came back. We didn't need to see you driving to wherever and doing all this BS. And I want to say this: I would not talk about a pregnancy until I knew for sure. There was no reason for them to go to their parents. Well, she may be pregnant. I'm like, you just did this for the show.
I also think that he is still attached by his navel string to his mother.
Oh yeah,
He is like, he honestly doesn't know how to adult. He
no,
just doesn't. And in this case, Julia was right. They should have never went to his parents. And she said that, but he thought, well, we live in their house. So are you going to go to them and tell them how, you do anal every night with her because you live in their house? No. Why
right,
are you opening that door to your very nosy and intrusive parents?
exactly. I have a question for you.
Mm.
Why does Julia continue to stay when all Brandon does is throw her under the bus at every single chance he gets?
Oh, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. But I guess her incentive to stay here in the States is more than that. And she probably thinks, like all little young girls, is that she can change him and break him out of that very bad habit.
I wanted to throw I was watching on my phone, so I like to watch without the commercials the next day. I wanted to throw my phone. I'm not breaking my phone behind this, but he keeps throwing her under the bus, and she asked me, she said, "Why do you keep blaming this on me?"
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, "Come on now."
I think he's just used to that. I think he's used to not accepting responsibility for anything in his life.
Nothing.
He's a child. He doesn't seem very mature to me. And even down to that slightly psychotic, maniacal chuckle that he has in all of his like confessionals, it's grating on my last nerve. It really is.
And I hate to say this, but I really don't. I'm waiting for the day where she just socks him
Yeah.
after throwing her under the bus for yet again.
Mhm. Yeah. It's getting old really fast. And you know what else I want to know? Where's this like explosive temper that she has? Remember before she came over, his parents were talking to him and they were like, remember the last time we met up with them in Iceland or whatever and she had that total meltdown? Why hasn't she had one yet with all of this BS that's going on?
Exactly.
And honestly, if she was having nausea, it's probably from getting like animal poop on her face and it going in her mouth by accident. Like, ew. They're two idiots. They belong together.
Fair.
Anything else about them?
Yeah. They like I said, they didn't do much, but they were fairly entertaining due to the fact that she called Brandon out for throwing her under the bus yet again.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm with
Alrighty.
Trey. Real quick, I'm with Trey on
Mm-hmm.
this one. Where is
Which
that?
one?
She calls him out on it, but I want her to call him on in front of her parents one good time. Same.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so our last stupid couple is Stephanie and Ryan.
This one was a trip. I but
Okay.
for me, the main issue I have with this couple is this, and it's the whole uh, uh, condom situation.
Mhm.
That I struggle with this because I watched the episode last night. Then this morning I watched Reality T Squad. Her name is Sarah. That's the name of her channel, Reality T Squad, and she brought up the fact of the whole condom situation.
Mhm.
And my thought, I don't know which way to go because if Ryan did what he did, he was dead wrong,
Mhm.
dead wrong.
Mhm.
But where I'm struggling is where TLC comes in because I'm like, is this real? Because if it's real, you've basically filmed a crime, in my opinion, and you did nothing about it because she, like Sarah said on Reality Squad, they didn't get her any offer her medical treatment. They didn't offer her the option of filing a police report. So I want to know if this is real or did you guys just clip this together? Because if this wasn't clipped together, I have a lot of questions about the surrounding scenario.
Okay. I have a few issues with this, and mine are more like this doesn't make sense to me. When she brought those condoms, she
Mm-hmm.
said that they were glow in the dark, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So that means that he fucks you in the dark, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you have the lights on and this was so important to you, why weren't you the one putting it on all nice and doing your little crypt keeper sexy, ooh, I want to put it on for you to ensure that it was on. If you're not going to do that and the lights are on, why didn't you see or hear? Like when those wrappers are being torn, you hear it. Like, why didn't you see it when it was about to be put in? If it's in the dark, it's glow in the dark. Why you ain't see that magic wand, going from the side of the bed, aiming over to you? Like, it should have been a lifesaver. Or am I totally incorrect? Because I've never used a glow in the dark condom. Nothing about this story makes sense. I think it was all manufactured. And as
Mhm.
heartless as TLC and Sharp Productions are, one, I don't think that they would have not offered aid to someone who is claiming rape. And they would not have been in there while they were, doing the do. They would have been private. So either A, she called them back saying that we were in an argument so that they can film it. And she seems like a total liar when she's on the couch and eventually on the bed having the call with Ryan. She seems like a complete and utter lunatic who is freaking the frig out because she paid for her piece of D and he took his D out the employee gate and went home or wherever. She just seems like a person who paid for services that were not rendered. I have a lot of issues with the whole setup of this scene.
Exactly. And I'm on the same train because I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Like I just stated, like TLC would have been filming a crime and they would have been liable. Like that's one thing. The second thing is, if you're so concerned and you really feel violating, why are you calling your psychic?
Why aren't you calling the police?
Exactly. You've been violated. You're upset, but you're going to call your psychic and not go to emergency, not go to the police. This is why I want to see what comes out from this, because you basically accuse this man of a crime
Two
on
crimes.
two crimes on international TV. Also, someone said, I'm so sorry. Let me see. Let me bring this up. Yanni's saying now TLC has ruined her life. I'm sorry. Where?
You gave them what we saw.
Exactly. Exactly. That's my thing. So I want to see. I want to reserve my judgment until I see everything come out because, like you just said, you laid it out perfectly. None of this makes sense, and I'm
Well,
irritated. I'm kind of irritated that.
here's another thing that irritated me, and I don't know if it irritated you. She's searching and searching, searching for the ring. Okay, she found it. She puts it on. She calls him, and the first thing out of her mouth is, "I just want to thank you for not stealing my mother's ring." What?
Right.
How is that supposed to, like, get him to answer any of your questions that you have rolling out of your mouth or even end somewhat amicably? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, that's how you open your conversation to somebody who you were trying to become engaged to and started the K1 process to bring to the United States.
Right.
Thank you for not stealing my mother's ring.
That, and
Really?
also let's also remember that she's claiming that she was, she's claiming she was violating. We can say that. I think that's fair based on what we see on the show.
Mm-hmm.
She also, your next thought was to call Harris.
Thank you.
I'm so. This is why this makes no sense to me because your next thought was to find someone else and you call his cousin Harris. I'm
Not
like,
only
okay,
that, on the call with Ryan, she says she's going to take all of the slides and the clothes and go and get her another paramour and spend her time with. This is why I keep on saying, Stephanie, when it is all said and done, is nothing but a sex tourist.
yeah,
That's all she is. And her mistake was trying to make, a silk purse out of a sow's ear, meaning Ryan, trying to turn him into a fiance when all he is a rent-a-rasta. And so is Harris, and so is probably all the guys that hang out on the beach by the hotels, or the majority of them. I won't say all, but the majority.
You said that, but then you notice, and this is another thing that kind of trips me out, is that Harris calls her baby.
Because that's the easy way to remember. You don't have to remember a name. Just call everybody baby.
Stop. But I'm like, but he said it in a way that I feel they've hooked up more than once.
But listen, you also noticed that he gave her an appointment. She wanted him to come now. He said,
Right.
"No, I'll see you tomorrow. That's when I
Tomorrow.
fit you in my schedule."
Right. Right.
Mm, so annoying. And besides, wasn't she just treated for sandfly bites? If you went and got treated for sandfly bites,
Mm-hmm.
why didn't you then put in and request a rape kit? Rape kits are everywhere.
Gina Massey, I'm gonna have to watch that interview.
I saw it. It was very telling. I didn't believe a freaking word she said.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
And because of that interview, it made this scene look even shadier because she
Right.
said, especially about the ring. That's what I
Yes.
remember most about the ring. She
Ring.
said in Max's interview that she took that ring back from him at the dinner table and she kept it on her side of the bed. She kept a close eye on that because that was valuable to her. She wasn't going to trust him with that. Like, this woman has trust issues up the wazoo. You need to just stick to what you know best,
Correct.
which is
Agreed.
going on vacation, getting you some little ding-a-ling, and then going back home well lubricated. And then
Exactly.
another thing, did you notice Ryan said in his confessional, she always brings condoms, but we never use it. You nasty.
That too.
Nobody raw dogs with a rent-a-rasta. Nobody.
I I thought that was kind of like no thank you.
Mm-mm. And her psychic, let me tell you who was telling the truth. Ryan. Ryan was telling the truth about her psychic. How is Harris a better person than Ryan when they essentially doing the same damn thing?
Exactly. And here's my thing. I'm about to be kind of mean, but I don't care at this point. When she was talking to the psychic, she told Stephanie, like, this, and then she's all like, and you don't, and like, she's all, and I don't know, like, who he's been sleeping with. I'm like, well, ain't you the psychic? Shouldn't you know that?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, okay, that was mean, but it's true. Yeah, no, I don't believe it.
Oh my
Mm.
God. Well, I'm sure we'll have more to talk about. We're going
Mm-hmm.
to do a live TLC Tuesday discussion at the top of the hour. Anybody who wants to talk about this more, please feel free to call in and we can have a little kiki about it. But in the meantime, this is 90 Day Fiancé Season 8, Episode 11. Three's a party, and Stephanie is just nasty and dirty.
And also, what we're gonna do is, and I really think people should watch this video by Reality T Squad because I felt it was good. We're gonna have it linked in the description for you, just so you can take a look at it and
Mhm.
see what Sarah has to say.
Cool. So, in the meantime, please give us a thumbs up because we asked you to. We're just shameless with that. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you're made aware every time we release new content. And tell a friend, have them join us in the big discussion panels. It'll be lots of fun. And hopefully, we'll see you at the top of the hour. Until next
Till
time,
next time,
bye.
bye.